Hey, Patriots! This is Christy Mattoon. I am sitting in a parking lot waiting for a friend, so I'm going to do this really fast. Somebody just emailed me and asked me a question. Let me put my better glasses on here. Asked me a question about the water and food shortages, actually, that are going on that we're hearing about. And if you're not hearing about them, I don't know what you're listening to, because there's information all over the place as to how the system is breaking down because of the lack of workers in different areas. My husband's a chef, and right now they can't get chicken wings, right? Chicken wings, of all things. It's like, why can't you get chicken wings? They don't have butchers to cut the wings off the chickens, right? So you can't just order a bag of chicken wings apparently anymore. And some of the bigger chains that use chicken wings are now going to, I guess, legs or thighs or whatever that they are still harvesting, which is just interesting and strange. So, and then you think about, like, take it through the whole realm, and some people just have no idea that this is how things work. If there's a shortage supply, take it all the way back to the farm and ask what's going on at the farm. Do they have the hands to work on the farm, right? I don't know, probably not. And then you take it into the trucking industry or the manufacturing of the food, and do they have all the hands they need to manufacture stuff? We know that they don't, right? There's struggles in this area right now. And then in the trucking industry, right? The gas is getting more expensive. We can't afford to move stuff. Some of the companies are just like, you don't know what else to do. There's shipping box container issues on the shipping level, trying to get stuff into the country, trying to move stuff on the shipping boxes on trains across the country. There's issues and weird things going on all over the place. And so by the time it gets into your store, if it gets into your store, the price is like getting jacked up, right? We see inflation, even though the media is telling us there is no inflation and don't worry about that, or worry about the fact that there's, supplies aren't getting to where they need to get to fast enough. And so what the question just now was do I need to supply myself with enough things that I can get through a duration of time just in case? And my answer was, yeah, I think so. I mean, I would, right? And I do. I am a prepper. I won't lie about it. I have seed stock. I have a water stock. I have a water supply. I have ways to create clean water when the water runs out, right? So I have methods I can use to create clean water. I have ways to store water if it's necessary. Does this make sense? So there's levels to supplying yourself or getting yourself ready to be able to take care of things without the supply chain. Whether it's buying a ton of bottled water and storing it, or having some way to collect water and then clean it, right? There's different levels to this. And the food chain is the same way. Do you store enough food, or do you buy the buckets of food that are like freeze dried? There's buckets that have like 3 years of food in it, whatever it is, and have a few of those on hand? Or do you grow your own food and hope that you can water it, right? I mean, you think through this, right? Think through it. So you have to have some of both. You have to have a little bit of all of these things. And the ability to protect it. Think through this. Like, this is seriously the way some of these people that are talking about this are teaching it. And I have mentors in this area. I am not coming up with this on my own willy-nilly. I have 2 particular mentors that I go to all the time. I've signed up for their information. I pay for their daily reports or whatever they're sending out. One of them in particular, his name is Jeffrey Prather. Very interesting. He has all kinds of intel and information, and I hope saying that name wasn't a bad thing. I'm not sure. But I do listen, and I do, I'm looking at it and I'm watching. It's very strategic, and and then if nothing happens, I've got food for the next whatever, and we can use that and not have to buy anything for a minute, right? That's how I look at it. So you have to know rotation, how to rotate your food in and out, right? You don't just put a bunch of food in your basement and then never use it. You go buy whatever you buy that's new, and then you rotate out the old and put the new stuff in the back, right? So it's a constant rotation of supplies of whatever it is, right? Even with medical supplies, right? With gauze, with, I don't know, anything you can think of, you rotate it, right? Rotate it. So you get the older stuff out, you use that first, and then put the new stuff in the back, so you're rotating through your stuff. All right, and this is just the basics of this kind of stuff. The question was, would you do it? The answer is, I do it. The answer is yes, do that. You're crazy not to at this point. If you're listening and hearing about what's going on, and this isn't to, don't cause yourself a panic. Every time you go to the store, pick up a little bit more. Every time you go to the store, get something a little bit extra, set it aside. This is how you start doing this. You don't go rampage the store and buy 3 months worth of stuff all at one time. First of all, that's not economically probably affordable at this point anyway. But start, dried beans, dried rice, things that you know will keep for a while, right? Things that you know you can hang on to for a while. Some of the canned stuff that you know you can eat consistently that won't cause your body harm or cause an issue. And people will go on a rampage when they hear other people talking like this. Oh, we need to write 3 to 6 months worth of stuff or whatever it is. And then the toilet paper debacle happens. Don't do that. Don't do that to the system. You'll crash the system even faster. It's a little bit at a time. You just pick up a little bit that you can when you can. Don't panic over it, right? We're all patriots. If you're a patriot, we're all in this together. And my only thought can be, and I know I'm in a neighborhood that has this mindset, is that if it comes down and when it gets to that point, whatever we need to do, we're going to rally around each other to help each other, right? We'll be the neighborhood with the huge fire pit in the center of the street making stuff and feeding the whole neighborhood, right? It's that kind of an idea. So understand that. Be gentle with yourself. Do not panic over anything at this point. There's nothing to panic for. You just start a little bit at a time, get what you can when you can get it, and then move from there, right? And keep listening, keep watching, keep paying attention, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. Don't believe the things that you're hearing on the news. Look for the red herrings, look for the stuff that they're going to throw out there that's supposed to put everybody into fear. I keep hearing about a possible alien invasion. And it's not funny, but it's funny, right? Because they're doing it to throw you into panic and fear. So until the alien is standing in front of you, don't panic, right? Until whatever it is they say is about to happen, right? If you're prepared for it and you're like, okay, I know how I would handle that if that showed up, then handle it how you would handle it. How does heart coherence play a role in this? If you stay in a level of peace, if you can stay and manage your emotional inset, right, your emotional innards, if you can manage that and stay in peace through pretty much anything that's going on around you, when the time comes, you'll be able to keep moving and doing what you need to do. You won't freeze in fear and be able to do nothing. Does it make sense? So you have to stay. The heart coherence matters, right? Understanding the laws of the universe. This all matters because if you can utilize those, you're going to fare the weather better than if you know nothing and you're just trying to navigate through fear, right? So we're eliminating the fear by staying coherent, and then all we're navigating through is the issue. That's an awesome way to put it, right? Get rid of the fear, get rid of all the garbage they're trying to feed you, and then stay heart coherent. So when the time comes, you can navigate through the issue instead of navigating through your fear, right? Does that make sense? I love you. I bless you. I thank you for being here. Keep asking questions. I'll give you the information I can without getting kicked off this platform because I've already been knocked a couple times now. And I know you get what do they call it? You get put in Facebook jail. You can get knocked off of YouTube for a week or so, and so I don't know, whatever, and they'll kick you off eventually. So we'll just keep going until that happens. I am starting a channel on Brighteon.com, and I'm going to start hosting my videos there and doing some stuff there. So keep your eyes open for that. I will send you a link to it so you can join my channel and you can get accustomed to Brighteon. And Brighteon's a cool, interesting place. You can get tons of information off Brighteon that you are not getting anywhere else, right? Social media is censored. Period. It is. All of it is, right? All of this stuff is censored at this point. So you got to find a home, find a stable base that's not censored, that you can talk freely and ask questions freely, and not worried about getting unplugged, right? All right, I bless you. I hope this helps. Thank you so much. Comment below with questions, thoughts, concerns. If you get crazy, I'll just delete it, so don't get crazy. But if it's a legitimate question or a legitimate concern, I will answer those. All right, bye-bye.